All right, we're going to look at the same shape we looked at for volume a minute ago. We're going to do the surface area of this shape. Now, it's probably a little bit harder, to be honest, because we have to think hard about what we need to calculate, which is the trickiest bit. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to think about just the bottom shape. Now, the bottom shape, if I had a, it's got an underside, and the underside is a square, is a rectangle that's 7 times 5. I can see that that's 7 times 5. And just for right now, there's a top shape. And remember, this is, let's just do the, let's go bottom shape. Bottom shape. Oh, that turned into an N. I don't want that to turn into an N. Bottom shape, the bottom shape. Okay, we'll do the top shape later. Let's just do the bottom shape. Okay, the bottom shape, so it's got a base. Just for right now, we're going to think about the circle, the cylinder that's sitting on top in a second. But for just right now, let's pretend the cylinder's not on there. If the cylinder wasn't on there, we would have the same shape on top. So the same shape on top would be like 2 of these. So I'm just going to put like 2 times that rectangle that's on the bottom. So that's whatever that area is of that rectangle. On one side on this side over here, maybe I should just put some colors. Let's make this like blue over here. Maybe I should have done that to start with. Let's go back to black. Let's go and just do a bit of a 3D this. Ooh, underneath on the bottom side. There we go, black. All right, so let's go back to blue here for a second. Now, this blue side on the end, that is it's a rectangle, it's 4 times 5, and there's another one on over this side too, right? So there's 2 of those plus 2 of the, maybe I should put these in brackets. For the rectangle, that's 4 times 5. 5 times 4. It doesn't really matter where I put these numbers. I'm just making sure I get the right thing situation. And let's go orange and just ignore the black for a second. On this front side here, that is a rectangle. That is a rectangle. That's twice this. There's 2 of them because there's one on the back side. I'll just try and show that back there somewhere. That's a 7 by 5. Sorry, that's a 7 by 4 rectangle. 7, 4. And I got that. I got them. It's the same height, right? Just there. That height there. That is still 4. Let's get that squiggly. I can't get rid of it. Okay. Now, that's if the cylinder was not on top. However, clearly the cylinder is on top. So what we're going to do is we're going to add all these up and will give us the normal shape. What we also need to think about is just on the underside here, I'll do it in pink. On the bottom, whoops, on the bottom, just there. I hope you can see, I don't think the pink's a very good color. I don't have another one. No, I don't have another color. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, here we go. I'm going to use yellow. That's way better. I'll get a nice Vegemite yellow. We'll use that. Okay. Okay. I want that color. I want that color. Why won't it give it to me? Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to make this way more obvious. And it's not working. All right, that's fine. Where's my yellow? Oh, I'm just going to have to do it in pink. Okay, I hope you can see that. I hope you can see this. I'll shade it in a bit more. Okay, right. Now, the cylinder it's covering that part of, it's the top one. It's like, it's just here. Okay, it's like covering it. So what we need to do is we need to subtract, it's just one of them, circle that's on the bottom of the cylinder, and that has a radius of 3. Okay, so we've got one rectangle top and bottom, one rectangle on one side and the other side, and then like the front face and the back face. But we've got to subtract this. We had to figure out this size here. Now, I don't know if you find it helpful. Do it like this, just visually, before we actually do the working out. You don't actually need this step in your assignment, but what I find is helpful is to draw this out for myself first, because it helps me not make mistakes later. And at least I know I'm trying to figure out, because we're about to get a bunch of numbers here. So really what we want, so this rectangle here is just 7 times 5. So I'm just going to do everything in one long string of brackets. 2 times 7 times 5 is that one. I'll keep my colors consistent. Right, plus 2 times, whoops, no, I've made a mistake already. I said I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to do it in brackets. Of course, a 2 outside the brackets does mean times, but I'll just try and be consistent. Plus 2 times 5 times 4 times 4 plus, whoops, orange, not blue, plus 2 times 7 times 4. Take away. Now I'm just going to leave this in terms of pi right now, because I don't want to figure it out yet. I'll just do it in the calculator. I'm just going to go subtract 3 squared times pi, because it's like pi times the radius squared, right? That's the I don't know, this is going to turn into a 9. That's why I put it first. Okay, so this is like 2 times 7 is 14 times 5 is, well, 2 times 5 is 10, so that's easy. So this is 70. Plus, you can do it on the calculator, I don't mind, but I can do it in my head, so I'm going to. 2 times 5 is 10, so times 4 is 40. 2 times 4 is 8, times 7 is 56. Then we just have to take away 9 times whatever pi is, which is going to be like, I don't know, it's going to be close to 30, I guess. We definitely need, now I'm going to put equals here, equals. I should have done that before, right? Is equal to, and this will give us the surface area of that bit in one whole go. 110 is these two. 166, take 9 pi. That's what I want to put into my calculator. Let's go back and do that. Right. Oh, turn on. On. There we go. Right, let's clear that. I'll just do it. 70 plus 40 plus 56, subtract, and I'm going to put this in brackets, 9 times, second function, it's just here, pi, brackets, equals 100. I'll just do it in black now. Let's go back and look at that. 137.73 it rounds to. 137.73. Now this is meters squared because it's a surface area. It is an area. So it's always in meters squared. Now let's quickly do the other shape. I'm just going to do this whole other shape in, I'm going to do it in green. Okay. So that's the bottom shape. We've still got to do the top shape. Top shape. Right, the top shape has a circle on the top. Now we already know that that's this. That is this here. That is 9 pi. Not 3 squared, obviously. That's how I get the 9 pi. I'm just gonna steal that from there because I've already done the working out. So I know the top of that circle is 9 times pi, whatever that equals. What I don't know is this bit here. Don't know how big that area is. Now that area, I'm just going to do a little picture down the bottom. That area down the bottom, if we think about a circle, it's got a flat surface wrapped around a circle. It goes all the way around the circle. If you like cut that open, what you'd actually get is how tall it is, and this is the bit that wraps around the circle side. That is the, let's call that the circle side, because it's like wrapping around it, right? Imagine cutting open a Pringles tin, and you could make it, you could flatten it out, make a rectangle. It'd be like Pringles tin high, and then the top of the Pringles tin would unwrap. Now, this is this distance here. We know the height, actually. Let's label it. It is 3 units high. But the circle-y bit that unwraps around the circle, that is the circumference of the circle. Now, the circumference of every circle is equal to 2 times pi times the radius. Okay, or I would just write it like this. Oops, 2 pi r. I wanted you to make sure you remember it's multiplying in here. Okay, so the top shape is top circle. Let's go SA is equal to the top circle, which is 9 pi. I figured that out before, plus this shape that's wrapped around. And the shape that's wrapped around, we just figured that out. I'm just going to do the whole thing. It's how long this side is, all the way from there to there, which is 2 times pi times r, 2 times pi times the radius, times how high it is, because it's a cylinder, right? So it's a rectangle, it's a rectangle. It's that side times that side. So that's like all times 3. Okay, let's figure this out. I'm just going to leave 9 pi there for a minute, because I only want to put stuff into my calculator once. Plus, right, let's do the numbers first. 2 times, oh, I know my radius is 3, by the way, so I could have put a 3 in here. That's worth 3. I just didn't write it in. I'll make that obvious. Let's just write it in. 2 times pi times 3, which is the radius, times the other 3, which is the other side of the rectangle. Okay, here we go. 9 pi. Just leave that like that. Right, plus, okay, 2 times 3 times another 3, 2 times 3 is 6 times, that's 18 times pi, which is 18 pi. Now, if you've got 9 of something and you got another 18 of that thing, you'll get 27 of that thing. It doesn't really matter what it is. If we've got bananas, I've got 9 bananas plus 18 bananas, I get 27 bananas. If I've got 9 Ferraris plus 18 Ferraris, I get 27 Ferraris. So if I've got 9 pies times 18 pies, I'm going to get 27 pies. Now, this is definitely calculator work. 27 times a bit over 3, like I guess it'll be close to 100. Let's find out. Clear all that. 27 times, oh, I just realized I've made a mistake. I wanted that number, but I just cleared it. Yeah, that's okay. Did we do this before? That number looks familiar. Oh, we did. This is in the volume calculation. So 84, this is 84.82, 84.82 meters squared. So that is the surface area of the top shape. And that is the surface area of the bottom shape. Oh dear, I need to do this properly, because I've realized I've cleared my, I don't want you to make a mistake. I'm just going to add up the next one again. 70 plus 40. Take 56. Oops, I did that wrong. Back. Delete. It's plus. Delete. I want that to be a plus. There we go. Why am I doing this again? It's because I want to get an exact answer. Pi. Okay. 84.8. So we're going to go plus. Now it's holding the 137.725. Let me tell you why I've done this. I wrote down 137.73, which was like fine, it's not wrong. What I was worried about is I want to get this exact answer. And I don't know if I add the decimals, if that rounding of 0.3 is going to help me get the right answer, or maybe be off by a little bit. So I want to go, no, I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to type in a lot of 0.82300. That's fine. That's good enough. Okay, 222.55. 222.55. Okay, would have got me the same answer, but it doesn't always work that way. All right, so the total surface area for this whole shape is equal to 222.55 meters squared, and that is surface area of this composite shape. And the next video I'm going to show you is how to turn all this working out that I've done into equation editor, because you need to do that properly for your assignment.